Hey guys, it's Amanda. I wanted to pop in and do a quick update on where I'm at with the Ideal Protein diet. It has been about 8 weeks since the last time I did a video, and I really wish that I could tell you that I had lost the rest of my weight and that I am now in maintenance, but I can't say that. And it's not Ideal Protein's fault, it's my fault. So in the last 2 months, since the last time I did one of these videos, I am down 4 more pounds. So at that point I was down 76 and now I'm down 80. What happened was I went out to Seattle to visit one of my friends that lives out there, and I had every intention of sticking with Ideal Protein. I made sure I packed plenty of food in my carry-on. I told her ahead of time, I'm doing this diet, so, not going to be eating a lot. But in the first night I was there, I did really well. And most of the next day I did really well. But what happened was we went to Pike's Place Market, and I'd been there before. But when I first got there, I'm walking down the sidewalk, and on one side they have like a bunch of restaurants, and I mean, almost anything you could think of, they have it. But it's pretty busy down there. So a lot of the shops I would look in and I'd be like, oh, that looks good. But there were so many people in there that I was like, well, even if I wanted to go in there and order something, I'm not going to, because there's so many people in there. I would have to wait in line for 20 minutes for, whatever. So walking down the sidewalk, and I happened to glance into this, it's like a little French bakery. I don't even remember what it was called. And I saw in the, case, this giant, what looked like a donut covered in like cinnamon and sugar. And the weird thing was there was nobody else in the bakery. So I'm like, well, let me just pop in there and I'm just going to look. So I went in, and the guy behind the counter said, can I help you with anything? And I was like, what is that? What is that donut? Is that just a big donut? And he was like, no, it's actually sourdough bread that we fry, and then we, put cinnamon and sugar. And I mean, I don't know what happened. I lost my mind. I said, okay, I'll take it. And he gave it to me, and I ate it, and it was so good. But that was like, I mean, from that point on for the rest of the trip, I blew it. So I don't know what made me order that donut when I went in there. But I did, and it was delicious. And, but I mean, from then on, I was completely off track. So, and I mean, I didn't just go off track for a day. Like, I ate movie theater popcorn. I had like a big breakfast one morning. I had, I just had whatever I wanted, basically. So on the way home, or when I got home, I weighed myself, and I was up 10 pounds in 5 days. So, if you're doing this diet, you know that a lot of that is water weight. So I went right back on to the diet when I got home, and I lost about 6 pounds in 3 days, because it was, it's just the water weight that you lose really quickly. But, I had about 4 pounds that I had actually gained back when I was there. And I have been struggling, and I'm not sure why, but I've been struggling to get that off. So I lost those 4 pounds, and I've lost another 4. So, but like I said, I'm down 80 total. So, I wish that I wouldn't have done that, but to be perfectly honest with you, I had a lot of fun. And I also drank a lot while I was there. So, that definitely doesn't help, because not only is drinking bad for the diet, but at least when I drink a lot, then I want to eat junk food too. So, it was fun. I shouldn't have done it, but I got back on track when I got back, and, I'm paying for it now, I guess. But anyway, one thing I signed up for, is called Diet Bet. And my friend, actually, who's not doing Ideal Protein, but she's doing like a low sugar, low carb diet, she told me about it, and it's like a game, but anybody can do it. And there's diet bets going on all the time. The one that she and I are currently signed up for is called the Mama Laughlin diet bet. And Mama Laughlin is like you probably heard of her. She lost a bunch of weight. Now she does like bikini competitions, and she's just kind of like an inspiring person. She started a blog and it blew up. So now she's kind of like a, you know, I don't know, a small celebrity, but so she is hosting a diet bet, and all it is you, and they're all kind of, the rules are all kind of a little bit different for each one, but you put up an amount of money, and for this diet bet, it was $35, and you're basically saying that I bet $35 that in 4 weeks, I can lose 4% of my body fat. So you're really just competing against yourself. You're not really competing against everybody else. But if you reach your goal of 4% in 4 weeks, then you get your $35 back, plus you split the pot with everyone else that met their goal. So, like I said, if you reach your goal, you're guaranteed to get your money back. And then you also get a cut of everyone else's who didn't reach their goal. So it's kind of just been something for me. I haven't been super involved in it. There are some people that post, kind of like Facebook, they post statuses, they post pictures, they post their meals and stuff like on the app is how I do it. And, you know, I think that helps some people. For me, I kind of just, you know, I check in on it once in a while, but, in the diet bet, this one is actually over on Sunday, so I'll have to submit my last weigh-in, and I have met my goal, so I'll get my money back plus some. But I'm considering signing up for another one because it has helped me stay on track, and it's just a little bit more motivation than just, I don't know. It's kind of helped me a little bit, especially just since I went off and I was like, okay, I really have to get back on and I need a little bit more accountability, so I did it, and I would recommend it if, you know, even if you're not doing Ideal Protein. Most people on my game are not doing Ideal Protein. They're just doing their own thing or a different diet or whatever. So yeah, it's called Diet Bet if anybody wants to do it. Let's see. Even though I've only lost 4 pounds in the last 2 months, I have been working out. So I have been noticing like what a lot of people call non-scale victories. You know, just clothes fitting more comfortably, you know, people making comments to you, you know, about, you know, oh, you look good. Like, I can tell you've lost weight. And then there's things that you'll probably notice about yourself, or that I've noticed about myself, that probably no one else will notice. But one of my favorite things is that I actually have a jawline now. Like, you can see, like, I actually have one. Whereas before it was just like a fat face, so I didn't have one. So that makes me happy. And then I also have, if I kind of do this, I have a collarbone now. You can see it. So that's one of my non-scale victories. You know, it's the little things. But, so that's fun. Otherwise, I've been eating kind of the same old things. I have been kind of obsessed with the Chipotle chicken salad. My friend Bethany, who is also watching her weight, she introduced me to Chipotle. I've been there once before, but I got like a burrito or something, didn't really love it. But she's like, no, you have to go and get like chicken. So what I do is I get the salad. I do a double portion of chicken, fajita vegetables, and then they have like a pico de gallo. And if you want, you could get a little guacamole or cheese or whatever on the side. And they offer a dressing, but it's a honey vinaigrette. So I just use the salsa as dressing, and it's really good. You don't even need anything else on it. So that's Chipotle or Chipotle, or I say Chipotle. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Another thing that I tried this week that I actually really liked is called crack slaw for dinner. And it's just like, I guess it's supposed to be so good that it's like crack, and that's why it's called crack slaw. I don't know about all that, but it was pretty good, and it's something that I'll probably put into my weekly rotation, maybe every couple weeks. Basically, it's just like shredded cabbage, and people use chicken. I use lean ground beef, and then you can add in other things, other vegetables, and that's what's good about it. So I did like bean sprouts and peppers and mushrooms, and then the recipe gives you like a sauce to make with sesame oil and soy sauce and a bunch of different spices, and you just kind of like saute it all together, and it's actually pretty good, and it actually tastes better the next day after it has had a chance to kind of sit and like marinade overnight. So that was good. Let's see. Other than that, I just, I'm going to Florida in a month, so the countdown is on. Ideally, I would like to lose another 8 pounds before I go. And I've been working out. I'm back on Ideal Protein. My health coach actually suggested that I do, because my weight loss has been slow. I mean, even since I've got back on the diet, it's been slower than it has before. And again, I think that's just because, I don't have as much to lose, but she put me on 2 restricted foods a day for this week. So, to kind of like shock my system a little bit is what she said. So I'm now eating 3 Ideal Protein foods a day, but 2 of them are restricted. And so then what she's going to do next week is take me off all restricted. So giving myself a little bit of extra calories this week and then taking them all away next week. So hopefully that'll, get me back into losing at least 2 pounds a week, if not 3. But, slow and steady, I'll get there. I think that's all. People have been commenting on my videos and on Instagram and stuff, and some people are even sending me messages on Facebook, and that's awesome. Just letting me know like how they're doing and what recipes they've tried, if it's something other than what I've done. And I really like that. So if you have any ideas or whatever, send them my way. I really appreciate it. I'm always looking for something new to try. It does get a little boring with the same food. So, and I just also like hearing how everyone else is doing on their diet. So I think that's it. And hopefully I will do another one of these probably when I get back from Florida. And I think that's it. All right. Thanks. Bye.